Hello, good morning. If you're watching this part of the video, you're watching the replay. So make sure to use hashtag replay so I can thank you so much for watching. If you want to be notified anytime I go live, all you have to do, press down on my face, hit follow, ring the bell. And if another presenter shared this video with you, please make sure that you go back and you shop with her. For those of you new here, welcome. My name is Katie. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, and I work full time. I love makeup and skincare. I truly believe every single woman wants to look and feel her best, and I have the tools and the resources to help you get there. And today, I'm going to share some tips on what to do if you didn't get a lot of sleep last night, because that is me this morning. And I was like, I don't know what to talk about because this new bundle for this week is on its way. It says it's on its way. It is still in Utah. It's supposed to be here by now. So we'll see. I don't know, you all. I am going to share with you my tips and tricks. If you did not get a lot of sleep last night, or maybe another night, and you want to come back to this video and check out these wonderful tips and tricks, make sure to use hashtag replay so I can thank you so much for watching. If you're watching this live, say hello, good morning. I'm so excited to see you. All right, primers are done. I put on my mattifying face primer because even though I thought this thing was about empty, it's not. It's still going strong. I can't believe it. I'm excited. I got a brand new tube last week with that Black Friday bundle. So if you're like, what is she talking about? Each week, Unique is launching different Black Friday specials. Now, next week with Thanksgiving, it's going to be a little crazy. So if you are not in my chat, you need to say chat in the comments below, and that way you can be added, because these deals are going to be coming in hot and heavy next week. I have a feeling they typically do 2 or 3 deals over the course of like a couple of days, and it's just so much fun. I absolutely love it. Look at this. My brush is all dirty. So my son is not feeling 100%. He just has like this stuffy nose. So anyway, it's been, I don't know. He had allergies for the first part of the season, and then now it's turning into this, and we had just been to the doctors, and the doctor is like, oh, he's fine. It's just a cold, because, we're back to everybody being around each other. So it's going to happen, right? But then he's not sleeping very well, and then he gets all upset because his nose is stuffy, and anyway, I am a tired mama, and I didn't get my workout in today, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to go live because I want to talk to you all this morning about oh, thank you, Deb. That's so sweet. I know. He'll start feeling better soon. I've been putting Vicks Vapor Rub on his chest and running a humidifier. He's not old enough for cough medicine, but there is like this one it's mainly just like honey. So I've been giving him that. If you have any tips or tricks, let me know. I'd love to hear. All right, so I put on my primers first, okay? Primers are great at really helping when you're talking about foundation, helping your foundation like really just not settle into your fine lines and wrinkles and hold it in place all day long. And then with your eyes, it really helps to not allow I can't even talk. It allows your eyeshadows to pop, prevents them from creasing, and holds them in place all day long. I just had to find that groove. It might be a little slower of a morning this morning, but you all are here with me, right? You all, I'm just going to tell you, if you don't have the Skin Solution Concealer, you need it. It has caffeine in it, and it really helps. Like if you have any kind of puffiness underneath your eyes, it helps a lot. Also, if you have dark circles, you want to counterbalance that with a concealer that has some pink undertones to it. All right, so I'm going to just take this. I'm going to take a couple of drops, press that underneath the eye area. I'm just going to go right in with concealer because you and I both know I'm not going to put foundation on top of that. I am going to use the powder concealer brush. I'm going to kind of take that up into the inner corner. Does anybody else feel like, I don't know, I feel like for me, when I am tired, this inner corner right here gets really, really dark. So I'm just going to go in there and I'm just going to brighten the heck out of it today. And that's way too much concealer, but that's okay. You can always take your damp blending bud and pat off any excess. All right. So you all have heard me say before, like whenever you want to put on concealer, maybe do it second. But because I know I want to leave this under eye area super, super bright, I'm not going to put any foundation up against that. So I'm okay with going in and putting that concealer underneath the eye just like that. But it is so transformative. The concealer is, you all, like literally just smooths everything. And then again, I'm just kind of taking it up into the inner corner there because I feel like that part gets dark for me first. Sometimes your eyelid will get dark. And because I got way too much concealer, I'm just taking a damp blending bud and stamping and kind of picking up any excess product and also kind of working it out. All right, so if you ever get too much, because again, our concealer is so pigmented, but if you're like super tired and you're like, I just need all the concealer like I was this morning, and you get too much, just take that damp blending bud and you can pick up any excess and help kind of smooth it out. All right, so now I'm going to go in with some foundation. I'm going to use the Skin Solution Concealer in the shade Taffeta. This is the new Skin Solution Concealer. The Touch Serum Plus. It's early and I got 0 sleep. Did I mention that? I'm going to take this, shake it up really well. Somebody was asking me the other day about the shades. You really want to make sure that you mix up your product well, okay? Because it is going to kind of separate the serum and the foundation. And so you want to make sure you shake it up really well. So then that way you get nice, smooth, even coverage. All right, so I'm going to just take that foundation underneath the concealer. I'm not going to put it on top because for me, if I put on too much product, then it starts to get crepey looking and it makes me look older and tired. We don't want that, right? So I'm going to go all the way out along to the edges there. But I think the biggest thing is if you are tired, you want to brighten up underneath the eye area. If you have dark circles, you really want to get a concealer that has a little bit of a pink undertone to it, maybe a shade or two lighter than your foundation, because you can see, like, look at how much brighter that under eye area is for me. For some reason, my lighting is being weird. What happens is with my ring light, when we lose power randomly, the ring light will reset to the original settings. And I think that's what's going on here. So I just have to kind of play with it and get it so that it's not so like washed out. All right. So some other tips, again, for me, brightening up the eye is key. I'm going to go in with a little bit of the, and I use the Kabuki brush. Somebody was asking me about one of the other brushes. And I said, honestly, if you're going to pick any face brush, pick the Kabuki brush because you can use it for so many different foundation products. And I really like the way that it applies the foundation to the skin. So that's going to be my first choice. I'm going to go in with the translucent setting powder. Tap the bottom there, and I'm going to just dust that. Oh man, am I out? I like tapped the bottom and like nothing came to the surface. Good thing I got another one. I'm going to have to try to pop off the cap there and see if I can. I always have this on hand because I love it. It has like a little bit of a blurring effect to it. You don't need a color match with it. And again, I'm using the other side of the powder concealer brush and I'm using that to press that concealer in and set it so it doesn't move. All right. And this is really a finely milled powder. So I'm not getting a lot of crepiness for me with the translucent setting powder. Now, if you have like more mature skin, you may want to set it with the setting spray. That's what my friend Patty does. And she loves that tip. If you have more mature skin, set it with setting spray. I like the powder. It just really blurs everything. And it doesn't have, you don't need a color match for it. So again, you get it and press it on there and it just holds that face makeup in place all day long. If you do see where it's kind of creping a little bit, you can take your ring finger and lightly kind of like press that into the skin. But because I went in and I set it really quick, then I'm good to go. I'm going to warm the face a little bit. I got this All-Star Face Palette a while ago, and I finally got around to filming a video on it. I need to post it. I'm going to go in with this matte butter bronzer. So if you've used the Physicians Formula butter bronzer before, it has like a little bit of shimmer to it. This is the matte, and I love to use bronzer for contouring. So I'm just going to take this around the edge of my face to kind of bring some warmth and color back into the face. And I like to use, for me, like I'm not doing the specific like harsh lines or whatever because I'm just working from home today. So I'm just taking a big old fat fluffy brush and just working that into the skin. I'm not worried about like contouring and all this stuff. I just want like a little bit of warmth right here though. Right here. It looks a little weird. Looks a little weird, but that's okay. We'll add some blush and we will be okay. It also smells good. If you have used the Physicians Formula before, you know that it smells good. I'm going to go in now with a blush. This is the pressed blusher in Sisterly. This one's super, super popular. And I got that tapered blusher brush to replace my old blusher brush. I'm going to just kind of press that into the skin. It's a little bit much, but that's okay. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take my powder puff brush and kind of blend that out a little bit. I like to take everything up and away. I just felt like my skin looked really washed out. So kind of just trying to bring some warmth back in there. And then for me, what makes the biggest difference is lips. So we're getting into that season where you definitely want to use a lip exfoliator. I use mine every day, you all. It is great at getting rid of dead skin. This is a lip butter that's clear. Like, that doesn't feel like a lip exfoliator because it's not. I'm like, ooh, that feels really hydrating. It's my clear lip butter. Here we go. Here's a lip exfoliator. It's a sugar scrub. It gets rid of all of that dead skin on your lips and any foundation you may have gotten on your lips when you're doing your face makeup. All of that can cause your makeup to break down and not look good pretty darn quick. Now I have these brand new lip stains. I just realized yesterday when I was in a fit of trying to clean up my makeup space for the house cleaners to come, I have no idea where I put them. So I'm not going to do a lip stain today. Let's just do a lipstick. Ooh, this is a good one. Fab. This is the Opulence lipsticks. This is Fab. This is one of the new colors. My friend Patty had this on the other day, and I was like, oh, looks so good. Look at that. I need to clean it up a little bit. I always just feel so much better. Like my makeup look is really coming together when I have my lipstick on. Now it looks weird though because I don't have my eyes done. So let's get into eyes. And I'm going to go in with the Moodstruck Addiction Shadow Palette number 9. If you have not picked up this palette yet, it's about stinking time, you all. It is so, so good. I'm going to go in here with this pigment. It's called Optimal. I'm going to put that onto my deluxe brush and I'm going to just press that all over the lid. This is another one of my tips. If you just, for whatever reason, didn't get a lot of sleep, and you can see it's pretty white, but that's okay. That's okay. I just recommend you take a pigment all over the lid that's close to your skin tone to really help balance out the tone of the lid. I may have gone in a little too aggressively. I forgot how pigmented these are. When you use your eye primer, a little bit goes a long way, you guys. You don't need that much. Woo! That's okay. We're going to work it out. Take the blending brush, kind of like blend that out. But do you see just how overall, like how much brighter my eyes look? Love it. All right, I'm going to take that clean, fluffy crease brush. I'm going to go in. I love using this Introverted right here, you all, as my transition color. Such a good transition color in the crease. Just kind of putting it on the side of the brush and then using the tip to kind of work it to the inner corner. but I'm going to keep my eye look for the most part pretty bright because I don't like, I worked really hard to brighten it up with concealer, right? So I don't want to like add anything that's going to make it dark. I'm going to keep it nice and bright and light. And that's just for me personally. Like I feel better when the eye look is a little bit brighter, when I'm just not, when I'm tired and not feeling, 100% myself. So I'm going to just take that blending brush and blend out. Make sure I don't have any harsh lines along the top there. This is like a really good makeup look. I'm so impressed with myself. Do you ever have those moments when you're like doing your makeup and you're like, man, this looks really good. All right, so I'm just taking that blending brush, blending that out. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Now, for me, again, this is me personally. I like a lot of metallic. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the Beloved Palette 3. This is another one. I love this palette, you all. I use it a lot, like a lot. And so, hey, Mel, good morning. How are you? I'm going to take my ring finger and I'm going to go in. There's this gold color right here. I put this on yesterday and I really liked it. It's called Considerate. I'm going to just take that on my ring finger and I'm going to press that on the lid. And again, I just feel like this really helps me feel brighter when I have a metallic on the lid. I know not everybody's into metallics, but I love, love, love metallics. Anytime Unique launches a new metallic, I'm like, I need it. And these are different than the press shadows. They're almost like a little bit creamy, and I just love the way that they go on. And I like to use my ring finger because I feel like I get the best application with them. I'm going to just take the edge of my blending brush because I don't want to like mute that metallic. I'm just going right along the edge and making sure I don't have any harsh lines. I also really like that these palettes have little mirrors so you can see what you're doing. All right, and then I am going to lightly smoke out the lower lash line. Not with this. That would be crazy. Going back to your palette 9, I'm going to go in with that Introverted. I just want it to be a little bit. Yesterday I did the darker brown color. Today I'm going to do the lighter brown color because, again, I don't want to make the eye any darker than what I feel like it already looks. I want it to be nice and bright. Does anybody else do the gaping like mouth when they put on eye makeup certain ways? Mel said, that's really pretty. I like it. Thank you. Me too. I'm really happy with this. At the beginning, I talked about how I just didn't get a lot of sleep last night because my son's not feeling 100%. There's one lip stain. One. That's good. I found it. Go me. Let's not put it back in there with the brushes because I will just be on the trek trying to find it again. All right, so let's go into lashes. Lash primer, you all. If you have not tried our lash primer, it was funny because somebody restocked on the lash primer and she's like, I forgot how much I love this. I'm like, I know, me too. I'll go into waves where I will stop doing something or using something and then I go back to it and I'm like, oh, this is amazing. The lash primer for me, you all, is great at really separating your lashes to give you just the absolute fullest lash look. I'm going to also, one of the things that I love to do is I love to take the white eyeliner in Pristine and put that along the lower lash line. So we did come out with a new version of this. Instead of having to sharpen it, it's retractable. So definitely make sure if you don't have a white liner in your makeup bag, putting it in the waterline really makes the biggest difference in helping kind of brighten up your eyes. There's a lot of things. Concealer, a brighter eye look. All right, so now I'm going to go in with that 40 fiber mascara, and I'm going to take that and just sweep it on and call it done, you all. So there you have it. If you have any questions about the products that I used today, please do not hesitate to ask. I will make a point of posting this as a look over on my Unique page. So that way, if you want to shop all the products that I used today, if you're like, ooh, I really like the eyeshadows that I used with those two palettes. Those two palettes are really, really good. The Lash Primer is amazing. I love it. And I always use it with my 40 One-Step Fiber Mascara, bomb.com. You are so funny, Mel. Love it. All right, so if you have any questions, again, please do not hesitate to ask. And hopefully, my new palettes for the trios that just came out will be here, I don't know, hopefully the next couple days. My friend Patty and I, my Yesty, she and I are going to go live Thursday night, tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern to do a holiday eye makeup look. So if you want invited, make sure you just say Patty in the comments, and I will add you to that event. P-A-T-T-I, Patty. And I will add you to the event. She and I are going to go live. We always have the most fun. I can't tell you the last time. We went live last August together. And I haven't seen her since then because we don't live close and I miss her face all the time. So it will be fun to do a live together. She is going to create an eye makeup look. I'm going to create an eye makeup look. Sometimes we do the same thing, maybe just a little bit different. Sometimes we do different things. So I don't know. She and I need to sit down and talk about it. We haven't chatted. So we need to figure out what we're going to do. But that's going to be tomorrow night. So make sure you say, Patty, thanks, Deb. Thanks, Mel. I'll make sure you guys get invited. So that way you can check it out. And I'm sure there will be a replay because you all know me. I like hashtag replay. So there you have it. I hope you all have a wonderful day. If you have any questions about any of the products that I use, please don't hesitate to ask. Bye, everyone.